Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by earnest.co.nz. This week at everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock. We news that trade wars are about to start in earnest. For months, talk of a trade war between the United States and China has been everywhere. That talk will become reality at 4 p.m. New Zealand time when major US tariffs against Chinese goods come into effect. China says it won't move first, but it is ready to respond almost immediately after they're imposed. Game on. The release of the US Fed minutes at their last meeting in June shows they discussed whether recession lurked around the corner and are concerned about those global trade tensions that could hit their economy, by which most measures look strong at the moment. They say they are on track to raise rates, however. How strong their employment situation is will become clearer tomorrow with the latest update to the US non-farm payrolls report. Today, the precursor ADP employment report showed growth that was lower than expected and its second lowest expansion in the past 8 months. Further, the latest jobless claims report came in worse than expected, and improvement was forecast by analysts, but it didn't eventuate. There were 2 reports out on the state of the US service sector overnight, giving different views. One has it slipping a little from a healthy level, the other still expanding. Take your pick. Worldwide, however, the whole service sector expansion is gathering pace. And German factory orders for May came in much stronger than expected, a positive surprise for markets. A report at the Bank of International Settlements is saying that leaving interest rates too low for too long could lead to a surge in inflation that forces central banks to dramatically raise rates, pushing the world into another recession. And new data out for air passenger travel has brought another very good level of growth, up 6.1% in May from the same month a year ago. That is a small improvement from the growth rate in April. International traffic didn't grow as fast, however. The star was domestic growth, particularly in India and China. But international growth in the Asia-Pacific region was up an impressive 8%, the strongest region worldwide. The China-led Asia Infrastructure Investment Bank has hit back against accusations that it is failing to live up to its commitments to green investment, arguing that its support for projects involving fossil fuels is needed to achieve the long-term goal of sustainable energy. In Australia, a senior RBA official says the regulator is watching the housing market more closely these days for signs of price retreats and the drag that could be imposed by consumer sentiment and economic growth. They are pointing out the retreat in the past 2 years, but it is only a watch at this stage, not a concern. The US Treasury 10-year yield is up 1 basis point at 2.84% after the US holiday. The Chinese 10-year is at 3.52, that's unchanged, while the New Zealand equivalent is now at 2.81, also unchanged. Gold is down $2 at $1,255 an ounce, and oil prices have slipped a little, just under $73 a barrel now. The Brent benchmark is just under $77.50 a barrel. Rising US crude and petrol stocks are behind the small shift. And the Kiwi dollar starts today a little firmer at 67.8 US cents. On the cross rates, were marginally firmer at 91.9 Aussie cents and 58.1 euro cents. That puts the TWI at 71.2. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by earnest.co.nz.